It's your boy Coach I. And before we get into today's video, just wanted to make a special announcement. You've been following me for some time. You know I do mostly college football previews, top 10 lists in the off season, like, tailgate, stadium, things of that nature, season previews, player interviews, live streams talking about college football. I really don't touch on recruiting a lot because it's ever changing. But in this case, I have to make an exception because this particular one is my nephew. He is committing on October the 16th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time in his high school here in Greenville, South Carolina, at Greenville High. That's right, Greenville High in Greenville, South Carolina. He's the number one wide receiver in South Carolina, class of 2024. He is a 4-star. He's picking between Alabama, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, Oregon, Miami, North Carolina, and Florida State. We will be live streamed 3 p.m., probably be 3 p.m. to about 4 p.m. So a lot of y'all following this recruitment are in the state. Please join us here on the Fan Addict for the live stream. Let's give him a lot of views and help him out, because it is his birthday. Shout out to my nephew. All right, on to the regular scheduled program.
The Fanatic, where we keep it 100, keep it real. That's the only way we know how to be. Talking that sports talk, you know what I'm saying? Straight out of South Carolina, upstate, A64. Yeah, the FANATTIC, the Fanatic, where we keep it OG. We talking sports, so I call what.
Welcome into the Fan Addict, a sports channel for sports fans by sports fans. It's your boy Coach I. All right, man, we're in here for another college football preview, man. Hey, this one right here is gonna be special, man. It's one of my homeboys, man. We went to school together. Even though I chose the path to Athens, he is a Gator fan nonetheless. What's going on, Tarik?
What's going on, man? Nothing much, man.
Hey, man, we coming here to talk some Gators and some Tigers, man. This right here hit home, man. This one of y'all rivals.
Yeah, man. It's actually a close rival. I didn't realize how close it was, but all-time rivalry, man. We 33, and that we won 33, they won 32, and we got 3 ties, man. So, I didn't realize how close it was until recently.
Yeah.
A lot of folks put them right up under y'all as our biggest rival between y'all and LSU, man. So those are 2 biggest games that I look for. That's the measuring stick of how our season is,
Yeah, I can see that. You know what? Yeah, we number one, and LSU definitely. Mm-hmm. I can see some fans going Tennessee, Florida over LSU. Florida. It just depends on who you like less.
but we done had dominance over Tennessee for the last.
Yeah, you got to win some games for it to be a rivalry, right?
Man. Yeah, definitely.
That's like Dog Nation, man. Like, depending on which dog you ask, man. Our biggest rival is either Florida or Georgia Tech, and it's normally Florida because Georgia Tech don't ever win.
I can see that. I definitely can see that.
But yeah, man, y'all are definitely a big time rival, man. Even though the last 10, LSU is 7-3 over Florida, but in all 10 of them wins, 10 of them games, the spread, the point spread on the victory hadn't been double digits but one time.
Yeah.
So it's always a single digit close game.
It's always a tough game, man. It's always a tough game.
Yeah,
and it seems like the team that's not doing well on that year end up winning the game. Recently,
Hey, so let's just talk about a little bit about this past Saturday, man. LSU got throttled at home by Tennessee.
Yeah.
Tennessee pretty much did what they wanted to do, man. They ran for a lot of yards, threw for a lot of yards, and held LSU to 66 yards rushing, man. So Tennessee defense trying to come up, but on the other side, man, y'all won that close Mizzou game, man. People don't realize Mizzou give y'all a battle every year.
Give us a battle, man. It's like Kentucky, Missouri, South Carolina. It's like we they Super Bowl, man. When we play them, they just go all out.
They do.
I'm proud of some of the things that I've seen in the game. For me this year, my measuring stick was, are we gonna get better? Under Dan Mullen, we used to quit at a lot of the games. You know what I'm saying? The game, the last week's game, it would have been an L under Mullen, I believe, because the team didn't fight for all 4 quarters, and I'm just happy the way our team is fighting. I didn't know too much about Billy Napier when we hired him at the beginning of the year, but I sort of like the direction he got this team going in.
Yeah, you told me in the offseason, man, got to give him about three seasons or whatever. But you hit me to a lot of game on Florida, man. I'll be honest, like from the Georgia perspective, we just see good teams, so we assume that y'all got good resources. I ain't never been to Gainesville. You let me know they just now starting to get, I think that, all the facilities and stuff like that, man. That's crazy how y'all got so many national championships and didn't even have like the same thing everybody else had.
Man, we sort of fell behind, man. I think the football program got left a little bit. Florida want to be an all everything school, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Baseball, basketball and stuff. But it seemed when Napier got hired, one of the first things he did was say make sure that they're going to put the resources behind it, because he's been, after I've done a little research on him, man, he's been to Clemson, he's been to Alabama, you know what I mean? He's been studying under two of the best, you know what I mean? Him and Kirby Smart, they pretty sure they squared off and practice a lot down there. I'm happy. I didn't have too big expectations for this season, you know what I mean? So anything we do is great. I just want to see growth in our team.
Yeah, I mean, currently both teams sit at 4-2. Y'all 1-2 in the SEC. They 2-1 in the SEC. This is, I think y'all about evenly matched a bit as far as they got a decent running quarterback. Y'all got a good running quarterback. Both quarterbacks are known more for running than they are for passing. So let's talk about the LSU offense versus that Florida defense, man. Jaden Daniels is the catalyst. They gonna try to run on y'all. It's gonna be Jaden Daniels, Noah Cain, Josh Williams, John Emery. He didn't play the first couple games, but he back in the mix now. What you thinking about y'all defense against their offense?
The funny thing about it is, man, is that we get them behind the sticks on first, second down. We do good on first, second down, but right now we're having a hard time closing teams out. I've been seeing a lot of teams get converting like 3rd and 12s and 3rd and 16s. The good thing about LSU is, they haven't had too much success on, to me, as traditional, the last couple LSU teams as far as passing the ball. But that has a lot to do with the line, and also putting in a new system as well. But, it doesn't matter who we play, man. It seems like we give up that 3rd and 12 and that 3rd and 16 on them. But, we starting to get a lot of players back. We got a starting cornerback opposite of Marshall, Jaden Hill.
He had 2 picks. He had 2 picks.
And one was for a pick 6. And we starting to play a lot of the younger guys. We have a bunch of seniors and upperclassmen that's been there and been making the same mistakes over and over again for the last couple of years. So I'm happy a lot of the younger guys are starting to step in. We got what's the kid name? Number 5. Well, number 5 safety playing behind Trey Dean. He was a 5-star that we had last year. He's been making a couple plays. We've been rotating a couple of freshmen on the line, to get a little playing time in it. So I'm sort of quietly excited the way that our defense is starting to peak these last couple of weeks. We still got to show up the running game. I'm pretty sure we're going to get a heavy dose of that against LSU. So I'm looking forward to that matchup. And to me, that's going to tell the game right there. Are we going to be able to stop their running game? Because these last couple of years, they shredded us. I mean, ungodly. 300. But we also have Anthem too, so you know how that is. You've been in Georgia, man, so you know.
Yeah, definitely that too, man. Let me get you. Listen, so Ventrell Miller, everybody knows Ventrell Miller. The dude had 10 solo tackles last week. He's an unquestioned leader of the defense. Jaden Hill, like you said earlier, man, he had 2 picks. So Cox, I want to get your opinion on Cox. Was Brenton Cox and Princely. And Princely, if you're watching this, man, I don't want to butcher your name, but it's
I just called Print.
I was practicing this out camera, man, and I just still can't get it. But they both had 3 tackles for losses. I had another Florida fan on, and I talked to some on social media. The Florida fan base ain't too high on Brenton Cox, man. Like what's your feeling on Brenton?
Well, I think he has all the athletic ability in the world. Sometimes I think he needs to play a little bit more under control. Sometimes he's a little wild and undisciplined. Sometimes he gives up the edge in the corner on the running plays. Sometimes, to me, it seems like previously up up until this year, he's been more concerned about sacks and then just being an all-around player. You know what I'm saying, about the pass rush. But I've seen major improvement in him this year. You know what I mean? I'm a defensive guy. You know what I'm saying? I like to watch the defense. You know, I believe defense is gonna win your championship. Offense scores the points, but defense, if you can't stop nobody from scoring, you know what I'm saying? It's a waste of time out there.
Yeah.
But Brenton Cox, you know, he's one of our most athletic players that we had there since Fowler.
Dante Fowler. Mm-hmm.
Dante Fowler since we had there, you know. And to me, it's just about him all putting it together. He's a senior now. He's been there he's been in college like 4 years, you know what I'm saying? But this year it started out to be one of his better years than the previous years that I've seen for him. You know, you know, I like him. I like him as a player. You know, I think he brings something extra to the game. He's a high motor player, energy player. When he's not taking plays off, he's just 100% go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. What you said about him is pretty much what a lot of them say about him. When he good, but sometimes he gonna over pursue, you know, don't set the edge real good. But yeah, you're right. Listen, this is 4th year in college. Whether he's considered a senior or redshirt junior, he's still been in college 4 years, you know what I'm saying? So he should be more consistent. I ain't gonna say be better, because when he is good, he's good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So and if he could stay off the Twitter trying to talk to the dogs all the time, like man, just focus on football, dog. You worry about too much stuff. So on the other side of the ball, man, y'all offense, man, we already know who the leader of that offense is. It's Anthony Richardson. That running game is gonna be crucial this weekend, man. Tennessee was able to run for a lot on LSU, so I'm looking for, you know, what's his name, Johnson. Listen, Trevor Etienne has been good this season.
He's been excellent. He was way better than I thought he was going to be. I didn't think he was going to get that many carries coming into the season. But to me, the running back that I prefer is Johnson. I would like for him to get more carries. You know what I mean? Get more carries in the game, because he's consistently falling forward. You know what I mean? And Trevor Etienne, you know, he try to make a cut sometimes. He's young. He's a young player. You know what I mean? Yeah. He always looking to break the big one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. He looking to make it look like his running style, make it look sexy. Like Naquan he just may knock Naquan, but Johnson he just hard nosed. He gonna, like you say, fall forward 3-4 yards.
He gonna fall forward. Then he gonna break one about 20 or 30 yards for him. He don't have the top end speed as Etienne does, but you know what I mean? I believe if Etienne gets in the open, you know, he's gonna break one eventually. You know what I mean? But some of the stats I've been looking at him, Etienne, Johnson, and Richardson, they both averaging over 7.5 yards a carry between the three of them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's a three-headed monster. I'm looking for LSU I don't think they're gonna have to choose either. I would make Richardson throw the ball if I was a defensive coordinator at LSU. I would try to take away the run as best as I can, but you also have to be concerned about Richardson running. I know there's been concern amongst the Florida nation why he don't run the ball that much, but I know that that you know, our backups don't have too much experience, and he does get a little tender out there. You know what I mean? He always have these little, you know what I'm saying, whether from the hamstring and ankles and stuff, but I hope they unleash the whole package on LSU. Ain't no need to holding it back now. You know, the season full go now. You know. Yeah,
I think early on in the season they interviewed Anthony, and he said that sometimes he thinks twice about running because what's his name, Jack Miller, the quarterback that transferred from Ohio State, he got hurt, you know, out for the season, and he said he thinks about that, not as far as him getting hurt necessarily, but he know like ain't no experience behind him. Yeah. So sometimes that might affect his decision on whether he run. But like you said, hey, we 6 games, we halfway in it's time to can't hold on to it forever, right?
Yeah, and he's been there for a while, man. I know he's just a redshirt. So I think he's a redshirt sophomore, but he's been on 3 seasons, you know. And you know, I'm tired of excuses. You know, Bryce Young been there. CJ Stroud been there, you know what I mean, and they stepping up. You know what I mean, yeah. It's go time. But I think he's improving. Like I said, even though he's been there 3 years, I think this is like his 7th.
This is only his second year playing though, so
second year playing, and this like his seventh start. You know what I'm saying? And then each week in the SEC is something different. If you come in there with a C game, they're gonna make you look like you got your C game, no matter who you playing. So he needs. I think he needs to step it up a little bit. But I'm pretty much happy of the offense, the way that offense is going. Everything could be a little bit better. But we first year under the system with Billy Napier. I like it. I like his play calling sometimes. I like the way he goes forward and pushes his team and put belief in his team. I'm interested to see the matchups against our wideouts against LSU DBs, because they claim they DBU, we claim we DBU. I guess every school is saying they DBU now, but and we do have a former DB coach over there, but I'm interested to see if they're gonna come out passing, to establish the run, or they're gonna run to establish the pass. Because I'm assuming that LSU is just gonna load the box up and make Anthony Richardson beat him by what is on. Which
I think so. I think so. I think that's gonna be the plan. I think because he's been, not that he's been bad, he's just been inconsistent in passing the ball. So I think LSU's gonna load up. They're gonna count on the BJ Ozolari, Harold Perkins, even though Micah Baskerville actually leads them in tackles. I mean, they got some guys that can tackle, but they don't, hey, listen, again, Tennessee was able to throw on them too. Yeah. So like you said, I don't know how long they're going to leave those corners or those DBs on those islands like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to pick your poison. But I think Anthony Richardson needs to have a performance like he had against Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? He had a great passing performance against Tennessee. And if he does that, that'll open up those running lanes. Yeah,
it definitely will. Our wide receivers, they just now getting separation. I like a lot of the play calling that they're giving, over the past couple of years. Last year especially, once we lost Pitts and we lost Tony to the NFL, I noticed that the wide receivers last year had a hard time getting off the line. We got Justin Short out there. We got Ricky Purcell.
What's going on with Justin Shorter? Like I thought he would be a bigger part of the offense.
Well, from what I've read online, he has a problem with the drops. You know what I'm saying? Problem with drops. He can make the spectacular catch, but the regular catches he's having a problem with it. But here recently, these last couple of weeks, he's shown flashes of why he was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. He has the body for it. He has the frame. He looks like an NFL player.
Look good getting off the bus.
Yeah, he looked very good getting off the bus. Up until this year, he looked like Tarzan, but played like Jane. But here in these last couple of weeks, he's been coming along. He's been getting separation, and he's just been bodying up on people. So I hope that continues. I hope we find ways to get work our tight ends and just spread the ball around more. You know what I mean? I know at the beginning of the year, we ran with Florida's offense. They ran a lot of one side of the field with a lot of floods, a lot of meshes and stuff at the beginning of the year. And it seems like that since they Anthony Richardson is seeing the field a little bit better, the passing game has got a little bit better. I see his progression going from one side to another instead of just rolling them out and looking for the high, the low, and the deep, looking for the low, the medium, and the deep passes. So, it's just all about growth in the offense, man. I wasn't expecting too much this season. When I think we're gonna look bad, they actually surprised me on offense, and when I think we need to do so, they actually play like they play in the quicksand or mud out there. So
Yeah. So hey man, you got two coaches, man. First year at their respective institutions. We're gonna get into these predictions, man. So they coming into the swamp, right? Coming into the swamp. It's a night game. Well, it's a 6:00 game. Or somewhere around there. It's gonna end up being a night game. It's hard to win in the swamp. Y'all favored by 3 points, and the over/under is 48.5. So, tell me what you think the score gonna be.
Oh, this is tough. If you'd asked me at the beginning of the year, I would say that we had no shot winning this game. At the beginning of the year because LSU always plays us tough, and but as the season has been going on, from what I've seen from the Gators, I think it's going to be a tough fought game on both sides. I think whichever coach is willing to actually put the ball downfield, push the ball downfield, it's going to open up a lot for the running game. The winner, the last couple of times, the team that outrushed each other was actually the winner. The winner. I would say that I like my Gators. I'm saying it's going to be 27. I say 27-24. I give it 27-24. You know.
Okay. I can see that. For you bettors out there, that's a push on the betting line. So do with that information what you will. I think you're right, man. I think whoever's able to have the biggest plays in the passing game, which is also going to open up for the run game, is going to be most successful. Of course, turnovers in a game like this is always going to play a part. I think this game is going to look a lot like the Utah-Florida game. I think it's going to be a lot of back and forth. And like I told, even though I thought at the time Utah was a better team and I picked them to win, I still said it's hard to win in the swamp. It's just I ain't never been down there, but everybody keep telling me how loud it is. And so I know it's going to be sold out. These two teams kind of right there. And I'm right there with you, man. I think it's going to be like a 3-point game. Hey, man, I don't do this a lot, Tarik, but hey, I'm picking the Gators to win 24-21 at home. At home. If this was at LSU, I think I probably have it flipped over at night. But I think I think LSU and Florida, two of the similar teams, like when you play them at night in their stadium, man, it's just hard to beat them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, basically, I think you're looking at the same team. I mean, you can switch helmets on the team, and I think basically you got the same team. I know there's a lot of athletes out there on both sides of the ball. You know, even though LSU's had more recruiting success in the past than Mullen did with Florida, Florida do have some players that's out there that's going to play on Sundays, and LSU does as well. So basically, it's pretty evenly matched. I'm giving it to us because, you know, one, I'm a homer. Two, like I say, it's in the swamp. And three, it's Tom Petty night. You know what I mean? We had a tradition of I won't back down when the fourth quarter starts. You know, I haven't been out there to make that yet. You know, I plan on doing that in the very near future just to experience that. You know, and I think emotion's gonna be running high. I think Anthony Richardson has something to prove against LSU because last year he had a big game against them. You know what I mean? He had a big game against them last year. He brought us back after we was down, and he just fell short. And I think he's been looking forward to this matchup. Hopefully, he's been looking forward to this matchup this season. And like I say, the winner of this game, man, usually the season turns around for whichever team wins this game. You know, so hopefully it's my Gators. You know, we both in the same boat. I think we both scratching and clawing, trying to do everything. You know, not only to have a successful season, but a very successful season. You know, at the beginning of the year, I thought we would lose probably about 4 or 5 games. You know, I got a little bit more optimism about that because, you know, we still got y'all, which I consider going to be a loss. That's going to be our measuring stick. I just don't want y'all to blow us out this year like I did last year. And, at the beginning of the year, I picked us to lose to Utah. I picked us to lose to Tennessee, Kentucky, Texas A&M, and y'all. That's 5. I think if we can beat LSU and Texas A&M, it'll be a very successful season. And to give y'all a game, man, you know, I'm just ready to give y'all a game this year, man.
Yeah, man. Listen, if y'all beat LSU, I definitely think as it stands right now, I think y'all definitely can beat Texas A&M. They don't look good at all. LSU's trying to go for 4 in a row against Florida, so that's an extra motivation. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you guys lose, you know, like I said, if you beat them 2 and then let's say you only lose to us, and that's a great season. For a first-year coach, you know, first time in Gainesville, 9-3 would be a great season. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think a lot of people picked them. I think the Vegas over/under on Florida this year was like 6.5 or 7. So that would be.
It was at 6.5.
Blow it out the water, man. So there it is, man. Florida fans, LSU fans, get in the comments, man. Let us know how we did. Give us your score predictions and why you think it is, man. We want to thank Tarik for coming on to the Fan Addict, man. We got to get him back on, man. Talk some more Florida Gator football, man. Tarik, man, this is Coach I, the Fan Addict. We out of here.
All right, man. Have a good one.
We got it jumping like it's that valley. I call my dogs out the pound, let's go eat. Turn on the fanatic, let's have a debate. Who really hold down the Southeast from state to state? What team hungry gonna eat everything up off they plate?